Hey guys, Terry Shanahan here. I'm here with Bill Ash of Smith & Ash Gym, and today we're talking dairy. You know, Bill and I recently went to a seminar with a guy who's one of the top nutritional naturopath, clinical nutritionists in the country, and he told a story about how, you know, a baby cow, you can take it away from its mother, but you can't feed it pasteurized milk. It'll get sick and die. And I thought that that was pretty ironic. You know, most people don't believe that. And, you know, we have people who, you know, mothers, just because of the lifestyle, are breastfeeding shorter and shorter lengths of time, and they're going to, you know, skim milk or, you know, different pasteurized products that are giving their infants. And, you know, I thought it was ironic that a baby cow can't even have this, much less a human being. You know, is that true as far as baby cattle and what they can consume?
Our daughter worked for a while on a large farm that they think most farms feed their mastitis milk to the calves. And so they pasteurize it because it's all full of bacteria and crap and that stuff. And yes, it's true. Those farms do have a lot more health problems with their calves. I had a deal on the internet. I might still have it on my computer, where some guy, and it was a fairly costly experiment. He had fed pasteurized milk to 2 calves for about 6 months, and then raw milk to another calf. And the size of them animals was so daylight and dark. I mean, 2 calves born at the same time. One was fed pasteurized milk and one was fed raw milk. And it was really obvious. The poor calf that had the pasteurized milk didn't, I mean, I don't think he'd ever make a butcher calf. Whereas the other calf looked really healthy.
I was thinking too, we had several instances where moms have babies that can't.
Right.
Either,
won't accept their milk, or
mom can't breastfeed, or they've tried every kind of formula under the sun, and so now baby has the soy protein intolerance, and they're at their wits' end. They've tried everything, so they tried raw milk, and it works. Mom's happy, baby's happy, everybody lives happily ever after. So.
What would you tell people who are scared to give their, obviously we've been completely misinformed for years, and the media and FDA has really controlled the information that we get. What would you tell people who are literally giving their kids, terrible pasteurized dairy, but they're scared to actually give them raw milk, which is so much healthier? What advice could you give them to help them understand?
I think we go back to Dr. Blay, the first Western Price chapter leader. He's a chiropractor. He came here and, he had the whole spiel of, almost like raw milk would bring dead people back to life. And we thought, this guy's a crackpot. We were really scared. Roberts and these people had made us believe it was illegal to sell raw milk. And that, like you say, David Gumpert is put a book out called The Raw Milk Revolution, and it's all about how FDA has these scare tactics, the more, and Blay would use terms like nutrient dense, which the average guy on the street, you talk to him about how nutrient dense his food is, and you think, well, everything in the grocery store is healthy, good for you. There's no nutrients in it. And I'd say that, and I admit, 7 years ago, we were apprehensive about selling raw milk to people, and it's like, people, oh, you're going to get sick from that. Yeah. You'll get sick from not having it.
Right.
I mean, it's like I say, Dr. Blay was really into this. A little funny anecdote that Weston Price used to have on their website was another planet would come to Earth every 1,000 years to check on the planet and see how it's doing. And 1,000 years later, they show up, and the only people that survived were poor dairy farmers who couldn't afford to buy groceries in a grocery store. And then everybody who bought groceries were with the cholesterol drugs and everything had wiped out the population of the planet, except for poor dairy farmers who ate their own food. And it sounds, but basically, processed food is the villain of our society's health. And that unprocessed, like you say, the health of the cows is a big thing. That's, I mean, you stop and think about meat in the store. Most of these cattle, the way they're fed, have to be butchered when they're butchered because they wouldn't live another month or two if the diet that they're of the high grain.
Right.
And when we first started this thing, a lady that got meat, we'd sell butcher cows to her. The butcher told me, he says, the livers are virtually trash. We throw them away. But she said, the livers on your cattle are getting better.
Yeah.
And now we don't, the livers on the cattle are healthy. It's good nutrition now.
Yeah.
So it's apprehensive about your immune system. And that's the health of your gut.
Right. Everything. Yeah.
Your gut is your immune system, and so I know there's people that think that raw milk will cure and solve any problem, but we're sold on it.
Yeah.